Day 2 of the draft is in the books for the Chicago Bulls, and they absolutely did nothing except one trade that resulted in nothing. But me and C-Dub going to talk about day 2 of the NBA draft, give our final grades for the draft overall, and then talk about some expectations moving on into free agency. But before we talk about it and break it all down, you got to hear the music first. Cognac, gang. Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog C-Dub. What's the word?
What's the word, man? Draft finally done. Let's get to free agency.
C-Dub is nothing because the Chicago Bulls did nothing on day 2 and had us live for 2 hours on a live stream, kicking it though. It was a lot of fun kicking it with you and the other 2 fellas that we call our brothers. But nonetheless, if y'all tuned in, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We are active all live, all off season, giving you the latest on the Chicago Bulls, man. But C-Dub, the Chicago Bulls did absolutely nothing in day 2 of the NBA draft. They did get themselves involved in trading the 57 pick for cash considerations, and then traded the 38 pick for Cam Jones, pick swaps, and cash considerations. So the theme of today was cash considerations. But what were your thoughts on day 2 of the NBA draft for the Chicago Bulls?
My thoughts is I'm not disappointed. I just got questions like, what's the move, Bryson? What we got going on? I do look at all the names, and you might be able to find a good player here and there, but I'm not mad at getting out of the second round and not having no draft picks. I just like to know what is the program, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? We like in limbo. I know I've seen a lot of people mad up in the chat. I guess I can understand, but get a guy a chance, man. We, like I was saying through the stream, you gave Krause a chance, you gave AK a chance, Bryson did Garpax. He deserves a chance. So let's sit back. Soon he's going to be given a post game, a post conference, a post draft conference. So I'm sure he'll probably answer a lot of questions that people have right now.
Absolutely. My thing is I'm gonna join you on the questions. And the questions that I have for the Bryson Graham is, okay, you laughed at the idea of us having so many second round draft picks. Was there not a prospect that you felt could come and help the Chicago Bulls, that you could have packaged some of those second round draft picks of the future up and move up from 38? I'm not really tripping over 56 because we know that player is likely to go to the G League and pretty much probably be a project that you may hope could come and help the Chicago Bulls. But was Isaiah Evans not good enough? Was Braden Smith not good enough? Not Vsar not good enough or whatsoever? What did you see or what did you hear that told you, you know what? I'm going to stand back and we just going to collect some cash. That's all I want to know. But I think it is what it is. To your biggest point of all this, we got to allow Bryson Graham some grace, because we do have to consider that you do have Josh Giddey, you do have Isaac Okoro, Jalen Smith, you have Noah Essengay, who is a pick, quote unquote, in this draft, quote unquote, that is going to be joining the team this season. You picked up Dailyn Swain, you picked up Caleb Wilson, you're looking at Montes Buzelis. You have a lot of players that are already going to be contributing on a young team, at least in my opinion. So I kind of understand it to agree, but I just want to know some logic, bro. That's it. Just want to know some logic.
We could guess logic. Maybe let's just say, for the sake of discussion, that it was Isaiah Evans at the top. And once he got off the board, they was like, okay, there's nobody else. Let's just, and we had Vasseur there too, in North Carolina. He stayed on the board for a pretty long time. So at the very least, it probably is like one player. If he's still there, then we'll go get him. But if not, let's get the hell up out of here. Let's make something of it.
I told you, I feel like bro said, you know what? Our guys are off the board. Let me go get us some shots.
Because that's what he did.
Whether that's an alcoholic beverage or get up shot to the gym. It
Oh,
is what it
bro.
is. Hey, like I said, I think that we should go ahead and just allow Bryson to have a little
Yeah.
bit of grace. But see, Doug, the biggest question is overall, looking at the draft in its totality, my expectation was coming away with 4 players in this draft, or at least 3. But let's grade it. What
Okay.
grade do you give Bryson Graham on his first NBA draft for the Chicago Bulls?
Even without any picks in the second round, with kind of underwhelming names down there, you might, like I said, you might find a couple diamonds in the rough. I'm still going to give Bryson and the Chicago Bulls a solid A. Um, Caleb Williams got a lot of the potential was out of the atmosphere. And a sleeper, a lot of guys sleeping on Mr. Swain. I think it's an A easily. We may have got the best player in the draft, and we may have got the sleeper of the draft in Dailyn Swain. So that deserves an A. And he didn't do anything crazy or anything. So A is, I think that's just. I think that's just.
I agree. At first, I had it at an A plus. I'm gonna just take away the plus and just give him a solid A.
Yeah.
Simply because I feel like there was at least one more player you could have brought in to the organization to where you feel like whether they can contribute now or that you could place in your developmental spot in the G League on a 2-way contract. That could have been something that you can utilize for the Chicago Bulls. But at the end of the day, I still say you come out this draft with Caleb Wilson, which was an alley-oop, but then you go out there and you go and get a guy that you felt is best for the Chicago Bulls in Dailyn Swain. Everybody knows that most of us like Cam Carr better, but Dailyn Swain is not something that everybody should be overlooking, in my personal opinion. You shouldn't be overlooking it. The guy led Texas in 4 statistical categories that are major. And he showed that he got a handle. He's able to utilize his shiftiness and his quickness with his type of length and speed. And he comes in as a strong basketball player that can improve. Shot 34% from the 3. Definitely want to, you know what I'm saying, not say he's going to be lights out in year 1 with the Chicago Bulls with shooting a basketball. But I look at certain teams and you have to have a certain profile. And Bryson Graham talk about the profile. We need a team that's tough. We need the guys that want to work hard. We need guys that want to go out there and help mold this identity that we're trying to place in Chicago. And you came out of the draft with, in my opinion, 2 of the best ones that was available. So
Absolutely.
solid A.
Solid A. Now, you said something earlier in your take that you said you was hoping for at least one more guy. I was just looking for, you want a like a guard or you want a big? What type of guy were you looking to add? And that's after you came to this conclusion after we got Caleb and Dailyn, correct?
Right.
So what kind of guy would if you would have wanted in that second round if
I just
Bryson was the
wanted
big?
whoever he felt was best. But obviously he felt like none of them was the best. So
Yeah.
we take
Yeah.
it. But I think that when you say you want to infuse this organization and this team with talent, I think that when you have 4 selections in 2 rounds, you at least gotta, you know what I'm saying? Take 2 guys that you know can possibly contribute right. Well, one guy's gonna contribute right away. I believe Dailyn Swain is going to contribute right away. So that's 2 contributors. And then you go and find you a developmental project in the second round. Find somebody that you may like their profile and may need some work or some time away to develop a little bit more. But like I said, I'm gonna give the man grace. It is what it is. Sometimes, a lot of the time, second rounds don't work out. There's not a lot of jokers or Iodosumus or Draymond Greens that come out of the second round. So, hey, we chalk it up to the game. They took the cash, and we move on.
Sometimes it is good not to bet or gamble
Yep.
or even try sometimes.
I think
Sometimes
that's
it's
fair.
good. So this may have worked out. It's the results is it's
Right.
not done yet. So we'll
Exactly.
see in the future if this was a good move or not. But I think he deserves the opportunity to build this team the way he sees fit. And we should sit back and let him do that, bro.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the most important things. It is just his first year. because we watch AK coming here in his first year. He draft P. Will, and then they go on and play a couple basketball games over the course of that all season. He brings in DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, trade for Nikola Vucevic. A lot of us was really, really happy, and he shitted the bed after that. And that took over, I believe, a little bit over a year. So I think Bryson Graham deserves a
Yeah.
little bit, at least at a minimum, over a year for most Bulls fans before we start acting crazy. And me personally, I'm giving them 2-3 seasons, bro. That's
Yeah.
just me.
Come on. We
And
gotta be fair.
we'll see what happens with that. But I want to shift our focus over to free agency. C
Yeah.
Dub, before we get into the comments and call it a night. What are some of your expectations in free agency, bro?
Well, if you look at the needs of the team that we have thus far, we have a lot of defense, a lot of length. I think what we need is some shooting. We definitely need to infuse some shooting up into this lineup. Also, we may need maybe a backup forward there, like a three or something, maybe. But you still got Leonard Miller, you got Noah Essengay. He can play the 3 or 4. Shooting is the most needed thing for this team at this present point. And also you may add like a veteran presence, because this is going to be a super young team that we're going to be doling out next season.
For sure. So to follow up before I chime in, do you think that they should be at least, at a minimum, adding 1 or 2 players? At a minimum. Or I'll ask,
It's not. It's
how
not.
many
It's
players you think they will add in free agency?
at least one, nephew.
Okay.
It doesn't. It ain't a must that you average go and grab 2 players or something like
sure.
that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go and get a nice shooter or whoever you think you need to finish rebuilding your team. I think he still needs your shooting on the team, but it ain't a set number that I'm gonna throw out there. I'll just say at least one shooter on the team.
For sure. I agree with that too. I don't think you necessarily, for the Chicago Bulls sake, that you need to go out there and try to, let me go ahead and get 3 free agents. No, I don't think
No.
I think that's being a little bit unrealistic. If I'm a fan trying to look and trying to gauge this whole entire thing, I think that's a bit unrealistic. Obviously, everyone is gonna have their ideas of who they should go after. But I think that, to the point of what you said, that they absolutely need to go and look and see if they can acquire a guy who is really good already from the 3-point line that can contribute to the Chicago Bulls, because that's going to open up things for Josh Giddey to where he's going to be able to make passes to said player. That's going to give opportunities to Montes Buzelis to where he can operate maybe so in ISO, or whether that's back cutting. We know Caleb Wilson has to work on his 3, so maybe that 3-point shooter can open up things on his side that he's on, operating on the side of that shooter, to where he can use his physicality and the skills that he does have to continue to develop. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what they do. But I agree with you. You can just go and get one guy. And we talked about it over the live. A guy like Isaiah Joe, maybe you call OKC to see what's up with that.
Oh, absolutely.
Quentin Grimes was another guy that Hayes threw
Drip
out,
brought up,
and I think that was a really good prospect that you could possibly lure away from Oklahoma City. So yeah, I think that's some interesting stuff that you could absolutely look at if you're the Chicago Bulls.
Absolutely. And you bring up Isaiah Joe and Quentin Grimes. I wouldn't be mad if we get the both of them, but I don't think like it's like we have to get both of them. Bulls have 4 roster spots open, says Drip. So I guess you do have to get 4 more players. I think they got 18 players on the roster right now, as active players, along with the 2-way contract players with Yuki and the other guys. Oh, we losing Mohamed Gay too. We just traded Mohamed Gay.
Yeah, that's the making the trade official.
Yeah,
Nick Claxton.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Bryson. I'm gonna just sit back. You know what I'm saying? I know we still need some things on the team. I think shooting is a premium though. That's got to be the first thing that come up, but that might not be the way that Bryson want to play it.
Yeah, because like the Portland Trailblazers, they necessarily didn't shoot the ball really well from the 3-point line. They was more driving to the basketball a lot last year. they still was able to make the playoffs. Obviously, that team is not done, growing as a team, getting better as individual players, and obviously trying to improve their team. Obviously, the Chicago Bulls need some type of shooting on the basketball team, but Josh Giddey, he shoots over 35% from the three-point line now. Montes
Improve.
Buzelis is going to get better, in my
He
personal
gonna improve.
opinion now. Dailyn Swain shoots 34%. Caleb Wilson is definitely going to have to improve. You
Yep.
look at Trey Jones, he's not necessarily a three-point shooter.
No.
We'll see if he can get back up to that 40%. I believe he will be a part of the rotation early on. Leonard Miller was okay from the three-point line. So they got a lot of decisions to make as we move forward into free agency for sure, though.
Yeah, when you think about it, Anthony Simons can type of guy. He's a
Do you
shooter.
think that's an option for them to bring him back?
Now that I look at the squad and what we need type
Maybe.
stuff, is he ready to fill that role? Like, he's not going to be featured like he was featured when he came to the Bulls. He got up like 10 to 13
he was shooting them
shots.
bitches. Yeah.
I don't think I want him shooting like that, but he can be that shooter to keep the defense honest. I don't think he even wants to play like that, but he definitely can shoot, and I think he definitely could fit with the team if you can coach him up and play a specific role. But most likely it won't happen, though.
For sure.
Most likely it won't.
I think that's definitely something that we're going to have to definitely monitor, because C-Dub, just for reference, before we get into these comments, last year as a team, the Portland Trailblazers shot 34% from the three.
Way below league average.
Yeah.
What is like a percentage?
I think
a percentage points is 35 league average, right?
Yeah, 35% is league average. They shot 34, so they was a little bit under that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
that ain't that bad. That ain't that
we'll
bad.
See.
I mean, it's below mid, it's sub mid, but it ain't that bad.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. But they did shoot 55% as a team on 2-point attempts. So
yeah, does this show a ranking there?
So for the 3-point percentage, it was 28th. So that's not
that sounds about right for last season.
Yeah, and then for 2-point percentage shots, that was 16th. They shot the 9th most free throw attempts, obviously, because how much they drove to the basket and made things a little bit more physical. And they was number 2 in offensive rebounding. So those extra possessions can help you stay in some games. So
yeah,
and total rebound 6. So yeah, we'll see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how they mold this whole thing out after the draft, and we'll see what the hell happens with our Chicago Bulls, man.
I'm not upset about the second round, though. I'm not upset.
I'm cool. Like I said, I expected at least one more player, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Auntie gonna say, so what BG trying to do?
We gonna let her. He gotta let us know.
We gotta find out. Bro gonna be talking, and I'll be bringing that episode in the morning just to bring all the latest on what he said and what I think about what he said. For real. Quad X said they need guys for the Windy City Bulls. Also, I would imagine that they're gonna be bringing on some undrafted guys, maybe, and trying to figure it out. Romy said Simon said he wanted to stay with the Bulls. He did, but that was before Billy Donovan got fired.
Right. And how much?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. Every year there's a second round pick that makes it. I don't know what that means.
That makes it big.
Oh, big. Okay. He didn't even give the Bulls a chance to get lucky in the second round. AK 2.0. I think
that's irrational.
I was with you until you said that he's AK 2.0. We don't know that for sure. I think that's a bit too
irrational.
Wild.
That's irrational.
Yeah, it's definitely. V-Dog said, what's good, y'all? Only thing I could think is the new tanking rules. I believe BG feel like we can be competitive right away, not skipping steps. But what did Tiago just do with the Blazers? We could do the same here. And you in the East, so you never know. We absolutely will sign undrafted players, Brandon Peck. Once that information, we'll understand it. My man's Drip said we in there, bit.
My boy.
Time out. SP said day 2 of the draft still better than anything Acme done.
That's a fact.
Y'all funny.
Did he draft Ayo? Wait, he drafted Ayo.
Simons might go back to the Heat or Celtics. Not gonna lie, well, not go back to the Heat, but to the Celtics or the Heat. Not gonna lie, I don't think he want to play in a rebuild again. We'll see what happens with that, man. I think that's something that's really, really interesting.
He might.
Brick say at least we ain't the Sacramento Kings. Say that one more time. Bro.
Yes, at least we ain't Sacramento dumpster. We ain't the dumpsters.
I'm off work till next week. I'm on vacation. I'm definitely finna be trolling. You crazy, girl. Brick, I don't believe that Paxson's still in charge, bro.
Nah,
Michael literally sat right next to him and said, "You're making those decisions. I'm not making those decisions. That's why I pay you."
He's just a consultant. Paxson's just a consultant.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they might, you know what I'm saying? Listen to him. Melvin said, "Okay, now he's scratching his head on this whole thing."
Yeah, I'm that too. What's going on, Bryson? That's it. That's all I want to know. I ain't upset. What's up? What we doing?
What irritates me about today to draft is the fact that Isaiah Stewart got traded 42nd round picks, and we had 2 second-round picks. Maybe that's not the type of guy that they want. Maybe he looked at Nick Claxton and said, "That's the big I want. We're gonna rock with Jalen Smith." Hey, maybe they didn't want Isaiah Stewart.
Let bro cook, bro.
We just gotta sit back and relax. How many point guards do we need? We got point guards.
We got point guards.
Trey Jones. We good on that.
And Swain can, I ain't say he a point guard, but he can make things happen a little bit.
Yeah, when Bryson Graham got hired, he talked about multiple guys that can handle the basketball. And one thing that we got to consider is like, what if Tiago wants some sets to where Montes bring the ball up? I'm not necessarily agreeing or disagreeing with the, you know what I'm saying, with the idea. It's just saying that what if Tiago has a plan for Montes Buzelis to utilize and create a little bit more? Yeah. We don't know. He said that was it Tiago that said he had some complete package?
Yeah, I would say this, and to your point, like they want to play fast. You got to play fast. All those players in that starting lineup, that projected starting lineup, the Caleb and the Montes and the Nick Claxton, they play better fast. Maybe because they're young, but at this point, they play better fast. So whoever gets that rebound, they expect you to get it up the court. So if you get that rebound and can push it up the court, we getting into offense fast, bro.
Yeah, I think that is just, like I said, man, I think the most important thing is that we're going to have to wait and see. That's at the end of the day. Free agency start next week, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be definitely interesting to talk about it and break it down, and then get prepared for training camp, and then fucking preseason and the regular season to be here before we even know it. I like this from my man R-Dub. We got to wait till free agency is over to make judgment of the draft. I like that. And I like the fact that you're combining both of those things, because you got to take those steps. You got to take those steps into really crafting and molding this team. Bryson Graham yesterday, when he was at the press conference, he said we placed one layer of what we're trying to do down with round one. Round two, I guess it wasn't no layer that needed to be placed on top of layer one. So
I feel that, but I would say the results will be at the end of the season when they're done playing. That's when I'll judge the draft. How do those players look at the end of an 82 game season? That's how I will judge.
Yeah, because you can't judge them damn rookies off game one. You want to see continual growth from these young players, bro. For real. However, OKC is shopping to trade Isaiah Joe. Bulls should be on that. I agree. Brick, you trolling. We is not trying to look at that damn Dailyn Terry.
He trolling for sure.
The lack of shooting don't bother me. I trust BG to address a lot of these weaknesses next week. Bryson and Tiago kept saying last night in the presser, development will be the forefront of everything. And I agree with that, and it should be. This is why we was excited to bring him in Chicago, right?
Yes.
A guy that can evaluate talent and a guy that can develop the talent that comes in Chicago. We'll see. We'll see.
Good sports year. Absolutely, PBN.
I'm ready for that. I'm ready
exciting.
For this. Boy,
exciting.
What?
Yeah.
We know the Chicago Bulls is not winning 50 games, but it's gonna be a lot of exciting.
It's lit.
Very exciting to watch.
Yeah. Yep.
Very exciting. Montes Kawan said Monsters and Caleb gonna definitely make each other monsters in practice. Iron sharpens iron. Facts. Cause that man Caleb Wilson, I want to be the best. Let's go. Monsters gonna say, hold on, young fella. And then they just gonna make each other better.
Oh, that's gonna be a battle right there.
They just gonna make each other better. Hey,
That's gonna be.
Tiago, do not run them together on fives at the start.
Oh, don't let them run. Make them face each other every day in practice. Do it.
Let's go.
Oh, that's fun.
For real.
Oh, man.
Thomas said the Chicago Bulls did great yesterday. Bryson Graham did awesome. Think we're gonna go to free agency. The signs from free agents. Let's go, Bulls Nation. For sure, man. We're gonna see what's to it. Absolutely. I will be an old man by the time the Bulls are champions. Hey, we never know. Some people waited 53 years, but
don't give up. Don't give up, bro. Don't give up hope, bro. You in good health, bro. You gonna be around for another 100 years, bro. Stop, bro.
No, no, real. That shit crazy. Bryson said he got shooting back home. We don't need any shooters here. Y'all funny. Caleb Wilson and Sean Kemp 2.0. Yeah, we'll see about that one. Per Shams, there's active talk centered around Melo and Jaylen Brown, respectively, but could very much so be on the move next couple days. You and Steve-O gonna be hella busy next few days, Bobby. We'll see. We'll see.
Melo? Like Melo Ball? They trying to whatever. I gotta go read that. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Timberwolves and Raptors have emerged as two of the teams with trade interest in Charlotte's LaMelo Ball. You put LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball just need to mature a little bit more.
Oh, y'all put LaMelo on the. Oh my goodness.
He got the game. He just needs to mature a little bit more, bro. Mature
that's
a
him.
little
That's
bit
him.
more.
I'm sorry. That's
I know,
him.
but he gotta hone it in. At some point, he gotta hone it in.
Him and Ant, bro. It will be a problem.
He just gotta hone it in, bro. But they not giving him up for pennies on a dollar.
They not. They better not. They better not. Oh my God. How they gonna make that happen?
The one, what's the word, brother?
The one, what up, though?
That's what I'm excited for, PBN, to see Noah Essengate play too, to see how he fits in this equation, because it's gonna be a tough. They got to figure all this shit out, but they get paid millions. I'm not helping them figure it out. Oh, Nearanta, he said, "I want to see the Bulls Pistons series. Let's go." Playoff
I want to see it. We ain't ready for him yet. Well, I want to see. I want to see it when it's competitive, when it's even. When it's
on the real, definitely, absolutely. That's the future talking. We know we got a long ways to go, but man, V-Dog said yes, Dub. It's finna be a bust in offseason. Y'all thought we were done with Giannis. Nah, I didn't. I think Tyler Hero about to be on the move. Norman Powell finna find him a new home. Jaylen Brown finna find him a new home. Possibly Ja. It's gonna be some moving parts around the NBA, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. KJ said, "My Hennessy boys,
my boy,
the word, my guys."
This Melo shit, it fucked me up, nephew. I thought Charlotte would never.
Nah, we ain't going after LaMelo, Bryce.
No way. Nah,
but, man, we ain't ready for that. We ain't ready for that. But hey, man, C-Dub, go ahead and rock us out, brother. It's time to go put these kids to bed.
Bryson's first draft is done. I give him an A for it. We might have the best player in the draft in Caleb Wilson. Mr. Swain, Dailyn Swain will surprise you, naysayers. Second round, it don't matter to me. I'm just looking for answers from Bryson. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see y'all on the next one. We on our way to 10K, and for real this time. We can get it any day.
We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode, man. Make sure before you get up out of here, you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hey, man, 10K any day now. But hey, drop them comments down below on your thoughts on how you felt about the NBA draft. We'll address them in the morning. But hey, man, that is it for us. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always see red, and y'all already know we're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace. Cognac. Gang.